Melinda Berry, Monta Bay. From me home I started, left the girls a tune there, the broken hearted, slooped it, father dear. Kiss me, darling mother, drank a pint of beer. The tears and grief this mother then off the reap the corn, live where I was born, cut a stout black on the banish, hosting goblins. A brand new pair of blogs, rattling over the bogs and fighting all the dogs on the rocky road, the double and under tree for 5 hunt there and there down the rocky road and on the rocky road. The Mullen Garden night, the started by daylight. The spear is bright and early. Oh, look at that perfect metabase. Took a drop of the pure. Keep me heart and thinking that's the daddy's girl. Whenever the view I'm gonna see the lassie smile, laughing all the while. Let me curious about just at your heart the bummer. And asked if I was hired in wages I required till I was nearly tired of the rocky road and down on the trade for 5 hot there and down on the rocky road and on the rocky road and on. And double next around. I thought it such a pity to be soon deprived of you of that facility. Then I took a stroll all among the quality, bundle it was stole, all in the neat locality. Something crossed me mind when I looked behind. The bundle I could find upon me stick a wobbling. Inquiring further vogue, said me conic rogue wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road, the governor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and down the rocky road and all the way to double and walk the road hall. Happy elated birthday. Thanks. The boys of Liverpool. When we safely landed, called myself a fool. I could no longer stand it. Blood began to boil. Something I was losing. Poor old Sarah and I, they began abusing. Around me soul, says I, shillelagh I did fly. Some gilded boys would die, and so I was a hobbling. They joined in the affray. Quickly cleared the way. Oh, the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that all of them? Whatever, that doesn't seem right. I guess so. Why does it not look right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing one. I'm missing one. Oh, I guess this is just better. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, it's this one. Jeez. Don't mind me. Oh, we can play a Johnny. Well, that's dumb. Maybe not a good idea. I don't know, actually. What is the white artifact creature that, like, you can have as many as you want in your deck? you may put. I don't even know where to begin to find it. Don't know the name of it. I think all I know is it's a white card. Might be an alchemy card. Not sure. Maybe I don't want double colored cards. Maybe not. No, it's a rare. It involves artifacts. I think it costs 5? Dang it. Well, I know it exists because I've seen it, so maybe it's just not mono white. Alright, a rares that are white in another color that costs 5. Surely that there's not that many of these. Oh man. Any number? Copies? Wait, how does Heir Apparent read? A deck can have any number of cards named. Okay. A deck can have... Wait, is that actually it, though? Hold on, that might... Well, it looks like that might be it. Is this a mythic? Truly? Really? Ugh. Bruh. Why? Why is this a mythic? I didn't know that was in the game. Bruh. Artifact creatures and heroes get +1 for each artificer you control. And each artificer in your graveyard. Okay. A deck can have any amount of these. Alright, and these... Is this an artificer? It's not. I wonder how many of these are right. Wait, why am I... Okay. Buried Alive works with it. Faithful Saluting. Does Breya have a sleeve? I think Breya actually does have a sleeve. Oh, I guess not. Well, if it does, I don't have it. Alright, well, you know what that means. Weeb waifu. And... Sai? Oop, that's not how you spell that. It's artifact spells, right? Well... I guess Urza. Touch is probably good. I should probably play touch more than I do. Alright, what cares about Thopters? Do we have Thopter Spy Network? I guess not. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it costs 4, though. It just costs 4, but it works. You get a clue token whenever you sack an artifact. This sacks artifacts for a lightning bolt that doesn't go to the good part. A dismember. Suppose it works, but oh my goodness, is it slow. This makes a walker. And then this makes Thopters? Do they fly? They do, yeah. You didn't even see Hangerback Walker, because, what's the other one that got printed? Whatever the new one is that, like, deals damage. I don't think it's a control deck, no. Okay. Switcheroo works. Unfortunately, I think I want Mana Rocks, which is really lame. But not only is this, like, really hard to cast on turn 4. No, that's actually about it. I really don't want to play Mana Rocks, but you know what? It puts slots in the deck that you don't have to think about. Probably not Mox Amber. Probably Buried Treasure. Springleaf Drum can work. You can find enough creatures for this, probably. Most likely. What's the blue one? Moonsnare Protocol? Oh, this is a Thopter. Lol. Alright, not Mind Stone. Not Guardian Idol. Not Iron Crag. Okay, maybe it's not as many Mana Rocks as I thought. Never mind. Definitely not Mox. Yeah, Walking Ballista, that's what I meant. Celestius is good. So is Key, probably. So is Key. What do we have for affinity? Thinking Cast, other Thinking Cast, probably... No, every time I play Reality Heist in an artifact deck, I just... Like, why? I do like Refurbished Familiar. Yeah, our blue birthing pod. What Urza combo? Why do we want... Wait, hold on, what? Why do we want replicating ring? I'm not sure what you mean here. No, wait, I don't want this. Doesn't do anything. Except look cool. Oh yeah, improvise, that's it. The other affinity. Metallic Rebuke is... Every time I play it, I take it out. I don't think this is any... this is also pretty good. What's the other one? This is a blue-white version of this thing. I think. Yeah, this thing. Oh, it's affinity again. That one's alright. I forgot about the artifact lands. I completely forgot about the artifact lands. Oh, tap lands are so ugly. Having no basics is probably just what we have to do, and that's probably okay. It's a question if I want the bridges. Sacking them to this is kind of ugly. Do I have enough artifact matters cards? Probably. Inventor's Fair seems hard, because it's colorless. Actually, all colorless lands feel awful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta work on those lands. Maybe not right now. Yeah, Foundry's fine. I've never actually played with it. I guess I'll... Can I craft it? Yeah. Chain to the rocks? Probably not. Oh no, it's pretty easy to do this. It's pretty easy. But it can't do it quickly, so why not just play Get Lost? I don't know, Chain is just good. Why do I... Yeah, but reading the commander doesn't make me want to play Replicating Ring. I shoot that back to you. Read Replicating Ring. What are we doing? Yeah, I don't... What? It's just a mana rock. Skull Clamp? Yeah, that's... yeah. What's with the... Yeah, wait, hold on. What Urza combo are we talking about here? Urza combo Planeswalker? If we're... I mean, this isn't reliable, if that's what you're talking about. Like, the backside of this, that's not happening. That's not happening. I have flipped Replicating Ring one time in the history of playing Replicating Ring. You're not playing it and getting to 8 turns later. That doesn't exist. This doesn't proliferate. The Celestius draws cards the entire game. And we have something that we care to discard, which are SIDS. Because you want to discard them. So, no. I would never, ever, ever play Replicating Ring. Unless you just want a Mana Rock. If you want a Mana Rock, you know, go for it. but it's not better than Celestius. It's not even close. Golbez. Does Golbez do stuff here? Well, I guess it does. End step, control 4. I don't really want to pick up my Sids, though. Although, just casting them is probably just okay. I don't know. I think I need more creatures for this to matter, but it's possible. It is definitely possible. Still haven't figured out how many Sids I'm supposed to run. Skrelv is an artifact. Does that matter? Kind of. Not really. Oh yeah. Can actually play all of the Karns here. Midnight Clock is... Well, you can actually reach this because you can keep ticking it yourself. I wonder if Rusko Midnight Clock makes sense. Probably. Oh yeah, this card that just wins the game every time you play it. Forgot about that one. Dare I say this is not a Dark Ritual deck so far, which... questionable. I think it's a format issue. It takes too long. She played on turn 3 and then... It's like, alright, this game's going to go to turn 11. I can't wait. There were no Cyclonic Rifts, no River's Rebukes, no Farewells, no Cleansing Novas in the intermediate. Baleful Strix is cute. See, Healy's probably a good idea. There's your token spammer. There you go. Iconoclast. And Oscillate Pride is the, like, if that's the thing gaining the life, it's probably not reliable. Well, we have a lot of these. Forgot about this. I think I played this as a commander before. Did I? No, maybe not. This is like pre-Niv Mizzet. It is a card draw engine. It's not the most exciting one. I mean, in a world where this exists, where, I mean, black market connection exists, it's kind of weird to... Oh wait, I did it again. Isn't it Underworld Connection? No, I had it right the first time. I had it right. Ledger Shredder is another good one. Can draw and discard... something. Mayonnaise Master? Oh. This is kind of a lot for 6 mana. And not enough for 6 mana. Never mind, I said it backwards. It's not... They lose 4 life every time an artifact is sacked. I would rather just cast River's Rebuke and probably just win that way. I don't know about this one here. This one's solid, though. This one's solid. I don't know about this. That's a lot. It's like a 6-minute card. Why didn't you just cast River's Rebuke? Or maybe even Farewell? I'm not going to play Jinkataxias. I probably need Fatal Push and, like, Cut Down. I didn't actually add Dark Ritual. Reanimate. I'm going to try Ragavan, because it makes artifacts. There's definitely a conundrum with how many SIDS. Alright, no one. I mean, a Johnny is really stupid. I don't think I'm gonna take a Johnny out. I don't think so. We have Touch. Could run Ephemerate. I mean, it just again, it's like how many SIDS do you run, if any? Okay, I kind of stopped liking this. Oh, it's unbelievably slow. I want the One Ring. Not sure how many SIDS is supposed to be in here. You can stack the One Ring, which is great. Could be a Paradox Engine deck. Doesn't really need much help. Same with Emery. It might not run Sid at all. Which means no Buried Alive. And also probably no Faithless Looting. Is Scrap Trawler the Unearth thing? I don't really care about the Unearth thing. Oh no, it's not. It's this one. Yeah, Scrap Trawler definitely is a value engine. Like those, I think. Wait, what? Eh? Ah, it doesn't fly. No! I feel like this is hard to get in there. This isn't bad, it's funny. Be in your end step, 2 or more artifacts. Alright, I think because I want to not play a bunch of SIDS, I'm just not going to play a bunch of SIDS. Take out Buried Alive. Probably take out Faithless Looting. Create a map token. Does that just keep happening? I mean, this doesn't say once per game. Wait, is this just like insanely stupid? Oh, I think it is. Probably Strike It Rich has value here? But fun for who? Well, it makes the artifacts, but it does cost 5. It do be costing 5, excuse me. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Flash is cool. Not the most exciting. I don't have a lot of ways to... This is nice. I've played with this before. This is an incredibly annoying card. I'm willing to try that one. Sauron's okay. I actually kind of like Sauron. Maybe just out of the annoyance factor, but at that point, actually Grenzel's just better. Yeah, Onicote Anvil has text on it, I think. Yeah, I think it has text on it. It's close. War of Invention's interesting. Not quite sure what I'm... what am I worrying for across games. Yeah, Ephemerate's okay. I would like more things to maybe Ephemerate, though. Yeah, Dollmaker's Shop is cool. It's kind of like Sid on steroids. Right? It's your white Crater Hoof Behemoth. I like Karn. I really don't care about Flash that much. I really don't. Yeah, I don't really care about this that much. I don't care about Flash that much. Come on. Oh. You have to pay 2, right, for this? Whenever you sack this or another, pay 2. Yeah, this is kind of cool. A bit expensive to kind of keep going those. Again, it's another really slow, really slow. This is actually probably slower than Detective Satchel. And this format is a turn 3 format, but I guess it's okay. Alright, I think Ajani's going to come out. I think Ajani is completely fine, but I would rather just play cards I haven't played before instead. But you could easily play Ajani in this. In fact, I think Ajani's really, really good. Same like Renzo. Just for the sake of playing cards I've never played with before. Yeah, I guess. What is Repurposing Bay doing? 1,000 Moons is really scary. I don't have a 5? Yeah. I don't have a 5 for repurposing bay. Maybe Paradox Engine should be in here? Because you don't need to combo. You can just cast it and still just pseudo-wreck your opponent. We do have Urza. I feel like it's pretty easy to run Paradox Engine. Oh yeah, you could run Mindslaver. What's the... Oh, shoot. Okay, so... Improvising Simulacrum Synthesizer is definitely very, very, very good. But it's triple blue. That is not free. Map tokens are interesting. Not the greatest thing to make, but they're okay, I guess. Copying Thopters is also kind of weird. I don't know if I care about copying Thopters. Making map tokens just for Breya is kind of cool. I think. Maybe. I don't know, maybe not. Okay, the more I look at this, the less I want Detective Satchel. Enters, investigate twice. So like a 4-mana draw 2. Oh, I guess an 8-mana draw 2. Make Thopters. Only if you sack something. I mean, it's doing stuff. The problem is it's not doing anything like really impactful. Like if you're playing against a Tali, what is this doing? If you're playing against Vivi, what is this doing? That's just way too slow. Yeah, I'm taking that out. It's way too slow. Our opponents aren't going to just let us do what we want. Storm the Vault. Hey, yeah, that's kind of more my style. That's okay. It's also like kind of another land. Maybe Voyage Home is wrong. 5 artifacts is not really that important. Actually, no, that's pretty... We have artifact lands. That's actually kind of fine. Refurbished Familiar is good. It's not, might not be the deck for it. But it is a 4-mana card up front, which means it has value with like repurposing bay and stuff. Oh, not really, because it's a 5. I don't have any 5s. What are you doing over there? Get over there. I don't have any 5s. Is Trophy Mage the big one or the small one? No, Trinket Mage is the small one. Yeah, that... Anything that gets Synthesizer goes into this deck. Except maybe Whir of Invention. I don't have any solid reanimate targets except my commander. So I could take out reanimate. I'm not going to rely on my opponent's creatures. Yeah, we don't really have good reanimate things going on. Not really. I'd almost prefer Thoughtseize, actually, in a deck like this. Tezzeret cost, 6, doesn't it? Or the one I'm thinking of. It works nicely with my commander. I can do it for free. Kind of like this Tezzeret. This one's okay. I wouldn't play one that costs more than 4. So yeah, this is interesting. I'd probably play this instead of, Oh, you said Voyage... Oh, yeah, no, that's exactly what I was saying. It probably played instead of Voyage Home, yes. That's okay, maybe. It's kind of a cool card. Not often do you get to play it. Suppose I just take that instead. I mean, it could actually draw more than 3 as well. It's very likely to, I would say. Aristofax. Killing your opponents with facts and logic. Okay, I now do not really care about the Midnight Clock anymore. No, no colorless lands. Key to the Archive, not necessary. It's still fine. This card can just, like, be dumb sometimes. I'm sure it is a good card, it's a colorless land, I don't want one. What were you saying? Braided Net? That's funny. It crafts with just any artifact. Yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance. Saying there's a chance. I'm not even running Inventor's Fair. No, I don't want colorless lands. No. Maybe no reverse engineer. Just because it's double blue. No counterspell. Four-mana Tezzeret's kind of weird, but I guess it can stay for now. Yeah, Oswald can be scary. It's definitely another card where I really think I'd want Paradox Engine in here. Okay, I don't like Golbez anymore. It's +1, right? Second artifact. Yeah, it is. It's just another repurposing bay. Well, we are running repurposing bay, so I don't know why maybe we wouldn't run the other one. So Paradox Engine would get me to, at the very least, at its worst, have Vigilance. I think it's not too difficult to get Paradox Engine in play. I don't think I want Gilded Lotus. If I have more things that cost way too much, maybe, but I currently do not feel that way. I would say a 5-mana artifact is in order, though. So I think I'm just going to try Paradox Engine, because it gives me lines that maybe I just wouldn't have otherwise. I think I'm just going to do that. Can't go wrong with Paradox Engine. Transit Mage. Oh, yeah. Well, we could just run Grim Tutor, right? That way my opponent doesn't know what I got, and I can also get something that isn't Paradox Engine. I almost like this more than Trophy Mage. No, I still like Trophy Mage. Yeah, we can run that. I think. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can run that. I mean, the fact that we're blue and black and white and red, like we... Oh, so many cards! That's funny. I wouldn't say it doesn't work. I wouldn't say it doesn't work. Alright, well we gotta... I mean, I can't run 150 cards, so... Alright, I don't need Mana Tithe. I probably don't need Chain to the Rocks. There's a solid chance I don't need it. Mana Drain doesn't help me cast my commander, which is a really lame. Alright, for the sake of playing interesting cards, I'm just gonna nerf myself and not play Mana Drain. So, boom, boom. Oh yeah, they're all gone. Yeah, they're all gone. No Vista. Rip. Fair enough. Command tower is not in here. Just slide that right in. Probably cavern? Human? Well, there's a fair amount of humans in here. Alright. Cavern it is. Can take out red. Take out the Mardu Trio? Savai? I think it's the Savai one. Could probably just take that out. Or just the Shockland. The black-red Shockland and the black-white, red-white. Could just actually run that many lands. Just be done with it. What is Dark Ritual doing? Okay, let's not play Dark Ritual. Actually, I could just play Dark Ritual as a land. I think that's fine. Definitely no Mox. Whenever one or more artifacts poke something, seek stuff. 2 or less. What do we get at 2 or less? Not that much crazy stuff. Actually, not that much at all, really, at 2 or less. That is kind of neat, though. Yeah, no, I don't think there's enough. If it was just like 3 or less, it'd be great at 3. I don't really care for most of the 2s it's giving. Yeah, it's seeking 2s a little too late. Because I have to hit my opponent, and I would imagine that card is not the one doing the hitting. And then finding 2s that later, yeah, most of the time it's a Mana Rock 2. Yeah, no. Oh, if it was 3s, though. Tragic. Okay, I think this is the first 99. I think that's what it looks like. Yeah. I think that's what it looks like. Alright. It's Breya. Ethereum Shaper. 4 color, not green. 4 mana, 4/4. Human. When it enters, you get 2/1/1 flyers that are Thopters and artifacts, both notable here. You sack 2 artifacts, you lightning bolt someone's face or a planeswalker which feels really lame because you can't lightning bolt creatures. However, the next thing is you just Grasp of Darkness? I think that's what that is. -4/-4 on a creature, so if they're not going to give you lightning bolt, you just get something a little bit better. Really nice. And then you gain 5 life. Don't really envision that being super useful. Sacking 2 artifacts is a bit of a steep cost, even though it comes with 2 artifacts. There are ways to multiply your Thopter tokens, which to me feels a little slow. Like if you're playing Anointed Procession, and then you play this the next turn, you now have 4 Thopters, but you took a turn off to do that, and this is a format that kind of ends on turn 4, so yeah. Paradox Engine isn't inherently a combo situation in this 99, and maybe I could make it that. We do have an incredibly deep amount of cards we can play, and you have to only play 99. It's just the first chunk of 99 that I'm running. But this is still a crazy value engine most of the time, and it doesn't take much for you to just suddenly win the game with a card like this. But at its very worst, it gives your creatures vigilance, and I don't know if that's good enough on its own, but we'll see. We'll see. There's definitely things I can run with this. I mean, this needs no introduction. A bunch of artifacts, matters cards, Emery, Urza, all that jazz. Mana rocks. I'm not running value lands. This is extremely color intensive. Maybe so intensive that I don't want any doubled up colors like these cards. But for now, we're making exceptions. But I don't really expect to play this on turn 3 with a single mana rock, which is not a good sign. But who knows? There's a lot of things going on here that make it pretty easy to like at least get 3 of your colors every game. So yeah, let's see what happens. These are artifacts. They have text. All right, I don't even have to reroll my quest. I'm sure I can do any quest in the game. Yeah, no green. That is a notable downside. If you could replace red with green, we'd be very happy. Actually, if you could replace anything except probably blue with green, we'd be incredibly happy. Alright, fortunately, we're against one of the slower decks in the format, but that isn't saying much if I can't interact with early mana ramp. This is interesting. It's got cards in it I haven't played in a while. Okay. Ooh, hey, I can turn 1 this. No way. Look at that. Look at us get there. Look at us get there. And still lose to cards like I just said. These ones are going to win. Yep, do that. Do that one. I think the Verge lands are alright. We have a lot of triomes. Okay, more ignores you cards. That's unfortunate. This is why tap lands are, like, borderline unplayable in my opinion, but unfortunately they're artifact lands, which I deem quite valuable. Alright, well, they haven't played anything that doesn't involve mana. Okay, yep. I lose to Mana Drain there if they cast. They would have cast on the Celestius, though. Okay, let's make this a Thopter. Oh yeah, I can actually touch the thought monitor. That's interesting. I think I'm playing this, though. I think I'm playing that. Liliana of the Veil, fortunately, doesn't just win the game here. What do I get rid of? I think this is probably my weakest card. I think so, yeah. It feels like... Oh, all these are solid, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's a land. Let's go to combat first. My opponent actually discarded... Oh, they discarded Go for the Throat. That is so funny. That's actually hilarious. For the sake of actually playing this, I suppose I will. But there's an argument that maybe that's running into things I don't have to run into. Oh no, YouTube dropped again. Twitch, we're alone. I have no recourse to that. We'll just have to eat it. Wait till they come back. Alright, well, like I said, I'm playing into dumbness, and of course you're playing into dumbness. There's no reason to do anything, I guess. I might as well for the... Just so I can say I did it. Yep, that has to go to the command zone. Yeah, the OBS is telling me that YouTube is chugging. Maybe it's not dead, but... I don't really think it matters what land I get. I do need white and blue, I guess. So I can play my commander again. Do this, have 2 mana left. I don't really like any of my options here. Alright, commander it is, I guess. Commander it is. Fortunately, Liliana doesn't just win on its own. Bro, I mean, I just can't seem to play the game against anybody today. Okay, calm down, please. Get rid of that at this point. Yep. Alright, well, if they draw a land, we're kind of screwed. Alright, that doesn't look like a land. Oh, and of course, it was a land. Alright, we just sandbag it. Of course we do. Yep. Of course we do. Alright. Look at it go. I can flicker my commander. This makes, I can copy my opponent's commander. I don't... Right? I can. Does that really... Ugh. I guess there's value in that. They're not going to block my commander. So I can just swing with it. Like, it doesn't make sense to block it, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay. So I can copy it, and I'd have 4 left over. They'd have to commit something to stop that. What if I just copied Witness Protection? What if I did that? Oh, that's actually... Oh, yeah. Oh, this is great. Ah, taste it. Haha. Play this. Play that. Oh, yeah. Alright, that's good. That's good. We like that. I found the line. I found the line. It requires my opponent to draw out of it. We found the line. I don't know why I want to copy Liliana. I don't feel like that makes for a good idea there. I think permanently stopping Muldrotha is really valuable. They can't even target themselves with Liliana because I'm going to kill it. I think I will sack the 1/1s into 4/4s, but I do lose flyers, and non-flyers can't swing because I don't want my opponent to block with Muldrotha, obviously. This is a weird instance where maybe making a 4/4 is just wrong, but I'm still going to make it. It's still just a 4/4. It's hard to say, hard to quantify. But again, I'm not really swinging with that, so. Alright, well I thought we were screwed, but looks like we're not. Let's play this. Yep. Okay. Let's not forget to do this now. Go there. It's up to my opponent to get out of this now. River's Rebuke has already been played. We survived it, which is nice. Repurposing Bay can find a 5? Oh no, it's not an artifact anymore. I can't sack my commander. Okay. Yeah, we'll just cast this. That's fine. They are in top deck mode, so. And I can't really think of anything to look for with Repurposing Bay that matters right now. I'm winning by a large margin right now, so I don't feel like I have to blitz for anything with Repurposing Bay. Get rid of Black Market? Sure. The irony of Bajuka Bog out of Muldrotha is funny. I mean, you can swing with it. Oh, no, you can't. You can't swing with it, because then I swing back at you with like 6 trillion. Yeah, that doesn't really work out. Yeah, the more 4/4s we make, the easier it is to Alpha Strike. We could probably just full stop do it right now. Swing at my opponent for a bajillion zillion. This is good, but it's not necessary. Yeah, it's good, but I don't need it. I think we can swing all out, because my opponent recasting their commander doesn't get them anything out of the graveyard. So we can actually just swing all out. Like, they have to commit 8 mana to recast it, and it's not reanimating anything that matters. No reason to play like this super sweaty line where we just don't swing for 10 years. Alright, Repurposing Bay. I don't think I can kill them. There's nothing to tutor for that can kill my opponent with the Apprentice here. Let's just sack this and our deck will do the thinking for us. Just find anything, I don't know. Braided Net's interesting. Scrap Trawl. Oh yeah, Scrap Trawler. There we go. That way, if our board is taken care of, we can potentially find something there. They scryed first. They probably didn't want to do that. They probably wanted to scry later. Right? Yeah, because they shuffled away what they just scryed to the bottom. Okay. Well, I mean, it's down to a top deck regardless. So, it's down to a top deck. My opponent has to draw something. Upkeep Scry. Yeah. Again, I think this might not have been... Don't you need double blue for that? Yeah, you floated the wrong color. They messed up. Yeah, they're missing a mana now. Hopefully it doesn't matter, but... Alright, yeah. Not very likely. I mean, River's Rebuke is already gone, and it actually does not answer anything. I could just rebuild. Wow, alright, well, against the slowest commander in the format, we were able to do stuff, even though it had, in the early game, the green ignores you thing going on into a sweeper. Actually, a double sweeper. And yeah, we still got there. Wow. Oh, and it's a brony, too. Ah, we got the moral victory as well. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, interesting game. It'd be nice if more games were played that long. That was, you know, it's a game that didn't end on turn 4. That's pretty cool. It's rather refreshing. Played a lot of cards I haven't seen before. Tassiger? That's not Codus or Codus. That's straight up Tassiger. Cool. Oh man, let the rest of today be like this, please. That'd be great. Now, to be fair, it's still a Sultai deck that can just not care about anything you do and then just win. Well, it's literally doing that. Let's play this. Sure. I have actually no idea what to name on this. Black? Red? Blue? We'll go for black, I guess. Blue is also fine, but black it is. They also didn't use Birds of Paradise. Interesting. This is normally a combo deck, I think. I think at least. Well, he didn't do anything last turn, so I don't think he did anything now either. Yeah, didn't think so. Probably leaving up a counter spell, so I can just play anything like this. Doesn't matter because I'll just play the most do nothing thing, I guess. Works for me. Tassiger as an ability isn't very scary. It's just Eldritch Evolution or whatever you like. You know, you sack it to tutor for things. It's kind of the idea. Normally, I think. Usually when I see it, that's what happens. Okay, it looks like they didn't instantly have it. Lucky us. Let's play you. Play the Bridge or the Thopterist. I'm just gonna cast this. I think that's fine. I don't know if Swords is saving me from whatever my opponent could just do. Alright, well, it looks like it didn't work anyways. That's an Urborg. Huh, we could play Urborg. We could play Urborg in here. That's a problem. That's one of the cards that's really good with my opponent's commander. I'm gonna have to deal with that probably immediately. So I lose 3, but now I lose... But instead I'd be losing 4, so I'll make a 3. 2. It's also a Thopter, right? I'm gonna lead here. Okay, that opens the window so I can play other stuff. You can have the Shieldred Edict. Let's play you. You. 2 more bridges. Oh no, 1 bridge. 1 bridge. It's a 6-minute investment to continuously cast Shieldred Edict. Oh, there it is. Now we just lose. Okay, now we're losing. Suppose we don't just lose. Draw 2, discard 2? Okay, well we didn't instantly lose. That's kind of nice, I guess. Take that for what you will. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably should not lose more life. You have another counterspell? Come on, stop it. Ugh, stop with the counters, please. Come on. Okay. Sure. Well. So, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just... atrocious here. Let's do that. And do this. Yep. Okay, yeah. There's the other one, of course, yep. Yeah, whatever. I guess you don't have to do anything if you just draw Eldritch Evolution, the card I was talking about. Suppose you don't have to do anything. Whatever. Bridge. Alright, well, it's an ignores you deck. Let's play Arcane Signet? I think so. Does it have trample? No, it doesn't. Opponent played the same card 2 turns in a row. And I can cast my commander? I guess? Okay, so black, white, blue, red. Yeah, Godless Shrine. We did it. We played it on turn 3. Look at that. It actually is possible. This is non-creature, right? Yeah. I think I have to kill this thing. So I shall kill you. I think I just straight up have to do that. And there's no reason to copy anything, right? No, not really. There's also no reason to swing with the 4-4. Although I could have just swung with it. It is possible to swing with it. I don't know, I'm at 15. It's pretty easy to get, like, removal and die. Okay. I don't have a good scrap trawler situation. I'll lead with this. Cut down. Okay, let's cut down you. Attacks, you gain 1 life for each. I don't really care about this. It's funny, I don't care about the mana generator, I only care about the, other stuff. I can copy this, have 2 mana to kill Llanowar Elves. So copy... Oh, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, but I should copy the Baleful Strix, huh? No, we're gonna copy... Wait. Oh, becomes a copy. Chat, I'm an idiot. Alright, it doesn't do anything like I thought it did. Never mind. Good thing I didn't do it. Its minus is even worse than I thought. Even worse than I thought. It will be good with Scrap Trawler, I suppose, right? An artifact becomes a copy of another artifact. Yeah, it's good with Scrap Trawler. I'll give it that. We didn't lose early to the deck that has played nothing but mana. That's interesting. What does that do? I'm seeing a bunch of elves I haven't seen before. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, just tap your turn, tap it. Okay, sure. It's kind of cool. You double your tapping for your elves. That's neat. I've never seen that card before. They can just remove the Baleful Strix? Okay, they choose not to. I suppose that's fair. It's debatable if you should. Alright, let's do the thing. We just go here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, alright, so we go... Target artifact becomes the copy of another target artifact. So you become a copy of you. I should swing first, huh? Correct. You become a copy of you. And then I sacrifice Scrap Trawler. So kill that. Sacking you and you. This should get back the Baleful Strix. Yep. Replay the Baleful Strix. Oswald, huge. Maybe. Who knows? I certainly don't. Oswald is incredibly scary, so... Yeah, we got the value, but, I mean, it's slow, but our opponents have been at the same pace as us, so I'm having a good time right now, not gonna lie to you. That just finds another elf, sure. This can easily function on, like, 1 land. I'm not killing their mana dorks at, like, a pace that, yeah. What does this do? Okay, currently doesn't really do anything. Alright, that was a, I mean, it's a draw. It's a draw. No text on it. Can't really sack it to Oswald, even though it has a lot of CMC. It doesn't really do that much. So now I'll brainstorm. I don't have a shuffle. Yes, I do. I have Oswald. Oh! Alright, let's put these back. Not again, please. Not again, no. Let's just put you in play. Tap this for white for Oswald. No idea what we get. Let's find out. This is interesting. Actually, all of these are interesting. Repurposing Bay is cool. This is extremely scary, but I currently don't have really anything that goes with it. Yeah, let's get the braided net. Oh, I can craft it immediately? I thought you had to remove all the tokens or counters. Alright, let's tap down you. Let's... oh, there's so many things I can do. You be a copy of you. I'm not gonna craft the thing quite yet. Alright, we did it. Opponent couldn't handle the grindy dance. That is my artifacts. Couldn't handle the grindy dance. Oh man. Yeah, games, they look pretty cool when this happens. I mean, my opponent was doing the thing, right? The green ignores you thing. However, with enough things in the way, I guess they couldn't really swing. The Baleful Strix was probably the best I've ever seen it be here. And Scrap Trawler value is nuts when you're sort of left alone. I will say, though, at this point in the game, if I was something like Madrotha, we would have a definitively... You know, there'd be something probably closing the game out a lot faster than this, but this is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, we don't have Sultai Ultimatum, or, I don't know, Tooth and Nail, and just, like, win and not have to do all that, you know, wheel spinning. Why tap it on my turn? Oh, does it? I thought it puts a stun counter on something. Oh yeah, you're right. I could tap it on their upkeep. No, wait. No, it doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter. This stun counter, untap, upkeep, draw. Yes, it does matter. Alright, so I don't have a lot of colorless cards. Like, at all, really. Non-land permanents? Let's get white, black, blue? That's what it looks like to me. It just taps with a turn? Oh, I thought it was a stun counter. Huh, rip. So we play this? Just to put something that doesn't have a color in play, that could very well be scary. But unfortunately, these are blue. The 1/1s. I also don't have an answer to their turn 2 mana rock, which would be ideal. They don't have a turn 2 mana rock. Oh, okay. We're gaming. Always doing this. Yep. I would not counter a 3-mana rock. Most likely. Okay, let's play Thoughtcast. Is there anything in the... Is this player cast? Cast? Okay. Well, that's not good. That was worst case scenario. Look at all this interaction. I can dash Ragavan. I guess I will. Do I still swing with the walker? I don't think so. Yeah, I probably could have done the speed faster. That's probably right, but I didn't. Well, Ulamog's not in the game anymore, if that matters. Dashing Ragavan could just be my saving grace. I kind of doubt it, though, to be honest with you. How are you not just casting Ujin? What are you doing? Oh. Okay. They did cast Ujin, just not the one I thought. This has to kill Emery. Alright, you're insane. What is the follow-up? How do you... What? I'm so confused. Alright. That is a line. Just not sure I would have done that. Okay. I'm not gonna grow the walker because this treasure token is kind of valuable to me right now. Scrap Troll is another colorless threat. Ragavan doesn't do anything when they have protection. Yeah, we just play colorless threats, I would argue. I could just play this. I cannot kill the Ujin, which is really bad. Maybe I did have to use the treasure to grow this. Maybe I just had to. I don't know. Okay, well, I mean, I did the best I could with what I had. I think we did the best we could here. I found colorless cards, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I could have also dashed Ragavan. To be fair, I'm not sure this 6-mana Ujin matters anyways. It certainly doesn't look like it matters anyways. They're gonna lose my whole board anyways, yeah, it didn't matter. In some impossible way... No, this is just... No, this is putting me to sleep. I'm not watching this. This is dumb. It's unwinnable. Killing that Ujin doesn't matter. Even if I killed it. It doesn't matter. It's not... It's literally not saving me. I'm just losing the game. I would just lose it slower. It's an on-the-play Ragavan game? We haven't had this in like 2 months. But it's against a green deck that surely won't stop it, right? Well, I don't need Ragavan to live to have a solid follow-up, really? Sort of? Maybe that's not true. Oh look, they have the best card ever! Wow. Silly me, thinking I could swing with Ragavan. Silly me. That's my bad. Me sitting here thinking it does anything. That's my bad. No surprise there. So close. When's the last time I hit someone with Ragavan turn 1? 2. I have no idea. This was, like, quite literally the best card in their deck. Like, it's not even close. It's better than Utopia Sprawl, it's better than Llanowar Elves. It is the best possible thing they could have had. Tragic. I'd like to play this tap land, but I think casting one of... yeah, we can just play this. This is a 2/7? It is a 2/7. Don't worry, I'm sure they have other colors in the deck. I'm certain. Oh, they're there, trust me. Okay, well, kind of feeling like nothing we do is good enough. But I guess I'll keep casting magic cards. Man, I sure love all the black and white cards my opponent displayed. Oh man, this is so fun. Oh yes. I thoroughly enjoy myself watching green do green stuff. Oh boy. Tireless Provisioner is better than my entire board combined. It's not even close. Let's do this, because if I don't, I lose the game. So, it is possible to beat an army of 2/2s? When does this flip? Oh, you need that specific land that goes with it. Okay, I guess they don't have it. Oh, yeah, why do you need anything when you just win the game? You got it. Alright, well that was probably the best thing ever. Like, full stop. I think my opponent had the best opener possible. This is the best card in their entire deck against Ragavan, and then it was mono green nonsense into probably the strongest card in green, period. That's not true. The strongest 3-drop. Yeah, they had Mythweaver Pock, which... How did that even get in the graveyard? I don't even know. Yeah, okay. Nobody on Earth is beating this. No deck is beating what my opponent just did. If you do that every game, you'll have like a 90% win rate. That's just unbeatable for me. I needed to draw... I don't even know. Swords of Plowshares? I don't know. I don't think any one card saves me, so I'm probably doomed always. If I swords that... get that in. No, that doesn't even save me. It actually just doesn't save me. Alright, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything I could have done except draw. No, Mana Drain's not in the deck anymore. No, yeah, there was no outs. There are no outs. I don't have Cyclonic Rift either. There were no outs in my deck if I drew the perfect 7 cards to what my opponent did. Full stop. I don't think there was any sequence that would let me win that. That's a funny thought experiment. I'll think about that more. Is it feasible to beat that? I really don't know. Now I'm quite curious. If I like picked the best 7 cards in my deck and drew the best cards, like I chose everything, I don't know if I'm beating what my opponent did. I'm not sure. I really don't think I am. Because I don't have Mana Drain. Yeah, I'm not really sure. That's an interesting thought. Is there any reason to crack this now? No, not really. What would a sweeper do? Why would I run a sweeper? A sweeper wouldn't be part of the 7 I keep or put on top of my deck against Necroloom. It's not part of the. It's not part of the solution. It's not part of the solution. And yeah, we're playing a deck that wouldn't run any anyways. I have no idea what colors to get with this thing here. Blue, white, so Esper? Something blue, definitely. I'm gonna need red and black. Okay, so we'll just get... Maybe I just don't get blue, because I already have blue. I don't have any double blue in my hand. Yeah, well, I do kind of need all my colors. I do kind of need all my colors. There's a thing I need. This gives me at least a mana rock? If it all crumbles? What if I just played this? I don't know. I haven't actually been paying attention to what my opponent's done. Okay, they could have just played Vivi. Am I not understanding something? Why did they just not play Vivi there? Isn't it, like, free? Okay. Opponent just didn't play Vivi. I guess I'm playing this. Oh, alright. Guess I just don't get to play the game at all. Cool. Nope, we played a 2-2. That's cool. See, that's what just happened there is kind of what I expect most of our games to look like with this commander. You just sit there and watch your opponent win while you maybe make 2 1-1s. That's a good example of it. Fortunately, it hasn't happened that much yet, but that was one of those games. And unfortunately, I do think that is the average game for commanders like this. But for whatever reason, our bracket matchups have been, like, amazing. They've just been like, this is cool. It's a mono blue deck, but, you know, it's cool. It's something you just never see normally. Oh, we have Ragavan. I didn't even see. I kept it for the Esper Sentinel. Oh, okay. There's no way you can play... Yes! Yes! We did it. We did it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm glad we got to play out this game. Oh, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm kind of sorry, but I'm also not quite sorry because I've been trying to do that for a little bit now. I don't know if it's completely out of my system, though. I did not keep the hand because of that. It was the Esper Sentinel, in all fairness. My brain didn't register the Ragavan. Actually, did I even have red mana outside the command tower? I'm not even sure. This is what happens when you talk while trying to think about your mulligan. It's like doing two... It's like driving and texting. It's like you can do it, but you might not want to do that. Okay, looks like we get a rematch. Except unfortunately it's a significant... No way! Really? Okay. We're on the draw though, but again, there it is. You can unsummon it all you want, I do not care. Yep, by all means. That is a very worthwhile situation when it comes to this stupid card, so. Alright, I think I'm taking this card out. I've noticed we don't really play this early, and it's just, like, comically slow. What does that do? Okay. Interesting. Chemister's Insight, sure. Play my commander? Lose to Wash Away? I don't know. I like the card. It's just really, 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 really slow. But so is this. And this. Like, I'm not... Okay, let's swing here. Just with one. The other, I guess, can go face. My opponent did get 2 for 1 and highly tempoed by that card there. Ragavan. Is that 7 cards? Oh, of course it's 7 cards. Of course it's 7 cards. Of course, of course. Why not? Just let me know when it's my turn. There's no... Yep, there's nothing I can do. I mean, this game is probably just completely over. I don't really know what we're even trying to accomplish at this point. Yeah, wasting my time. Okay, a luge. Well, we played cards, I guess. They had text on them. Can't say any of it mattered. That's another game I feel like nothing I could do matters without counter... Like, I don't have counter spells, so I'm not really... Let's see. Okay, if I had Get Lost, we were maybe okay. Yeah. Okay, so if we played Get Lost, I guess. Thinking about another scenario where I stacked my hand perfectly. Because they double answered Ragavan. The 2 for 1 wasn't enough for me to win the early game. It just didn't matter. And then from there, they just ignored me. So anything that really cares about artifacts can maybe stay, but some of these are just absolutely atrocious so far. Like, this is just... Not that one. This is terrible. Has been terrible. Same with this. Just It's doing something, but it's doing it incredibly slow. This is also really slow. We did flip it there. I don't really know. I mean, it obviously doesn't matter, but... This is not designed to be a control deck. I don't even know where that... This is not a... It's not what this is designed to be. You can play it as a control deck, but that's not what it was designed to be. Alright, I'm taking out Refurbished Familiar. Storm the Vault works good with X spells? Storm the Vault works good with spells. I don't have to be X spells. A lot of mana works for X spells. That is also correct, yeah. But it doesn't... It's just a lot of mana. That doesn't automatically make me think I should use it on X spells. This is extremely slow and hasn't done anything. I'll take that out. Haven't had a Simulacrum game. Yeah, Oni Cult's just obscenely slow. I kind of don't care about what Apprentice is even doing. I'm taking that out too. I really don't care what it's doing. I'd almost rather just play Sephiroth, actually. What about... I think Dollmakers is still, like, possible? It's possible. Use what now? Use met... I don't... Oh, I guess. I mean, it has text on it. Well, it's a card we haven't played in a... Actually, have I played this? Oh, now I can't remember. Did I actually run Chain to the Rocks? I didn't. I think I will run Chain to the Rocks. I played it a while back. Don't remember. Humiliation is also kind of neat. Potentially. We do actually have creatures. I mean, with the commander it's just 3, but even if it isn't, witness protection, like things that shut down grindy nonsense is probably a good idea. So witness and the other lasagna card, unable to spagoo. Alright, taking out Tezzeret. I think I'm also taking out Joyra. I'll keep Storm for now. Just barely. Just barely. Honestly, I kind of don't even want Storm, to be honest. Yeah, alright, we'll find something else. Even Mana Rocks are kind of just better. Notion Thief... Isn't that just worse than the Hull Breaker? Hull Breacher? Hull something? Oh. Oh, it's on the game. Is it not in the game? What's it called? It's a horror, isn't it? Whole something? Dang it. Whole... No, that's not it. What is it called? Oh no. Now I'm mad. What is it? It makes treasures instead of whenever your opponent would draw an additional card, you make a treasure. It's just not in the game. I guess it's not in the game. The Orcish Bowmasters that makes treasures. Yeah, no Spirit of the Labyrinth. Definitely not that one. Smothering Tithe is actually... Oh, yeah. We like that one. If we're going to play, like, weird, grindy 4-drops, I actually kind of do like Smothering Tithe. That one's fine. It can be annoying, but it does have the issue of Rhystic Study, where people just don't care. Right? I've had that happen countless times. That's why I just don't play Rhystic Study. But at least it costs 2 to do the thing, so... Yeah, this is neat. Hole Breacher, that's the name of it? Okay. Google wouldn't even help me. It's like, did you mean Hole Breaker horror? Like, no. I didn't. I did not mean that. So this is nice. Giving yourself fly, or +1/+0 is nice. Obviously, it costs more than your commander, so you can't realistically give your commander haste until, like, you know, the 10th year of the game you're currently in. The Flicker is kind of cool. I think I would rather just play Portal or Thassa, though. Like, I think I'd rather just play those. At the beginning of your end step, yeah, you're not really giving the Thopters haste because they show up at an awkward time, and your commander would ideally already be in play. The stats are nice, but yeah, I think I would play Thassa first. I also don't own that card. I mean, see me a wild card there. I just play this instead, maybe. I don't need to flicker 5 things. You just do this. Though, to be fair, flickering hasn't actually really done anything yet at all anyways. Oh, wait, no, not Thassa. It would be Portal, right? Because it's... Wait, what's it called? Isn't it called Portal? Oh, I guess it's not. Well, I thought it was. What's it called? I don't think I want Portal to Phyrexia, by the way. Teleportation Circle? Ah, I did it. Because this is also artifacts. This would make maybe Might Stone and Weak Stone something, or is it Meek Stone? Yeah, we can try this. We can try that. No Wormcoil Engine. That hasn't been a card in, like, honestly, over a year. I would sooner play Platinum Angel. We got a new Platinum Angel, too. I don't really like Giver of Runes. It hasn't really mattered. Most of the games we've played, that wouldn't have fundamentally done anything. I think I want more interaction. I think I want another interactive spell, and I sort of want to avoid counter spells. I do have Wash Away, I guess, which hasn't actually saved me, ever. It would be nice to play Wormcoil again, let me tell you. It's one of those cards. Every time I put Wormcoil in my deck, I play like 3 games with it, and then I go right back and I take it out. 3 games into making a deck. Void Rend is interesting. I think there's enough good removal that doesn't require perfect mana. That I don't have to run Void Rend. It does say Exile, though, on it, right? Don't care about the uncounterable at all. Anguish and Unmaking, certainly a lot easier. Okay. Just, let me go to the... Drown in the Lock is actually pretty solid, too. I like Drown in the Lock. This is interesting. Vanishing Verse is really situational. Rite of Oblivion is pretty nice, just simply sacrificing... Well, I'm kind of sacking my tokens to Breya. I don't think this is quite it. I can probably just play a card that's similar that doesn't require me to sack a permanent. Like Anguish Unmaking, or Utter End, or Void Rend, or another Get Lost equivalent. Nicol Bolas, yeah. Wow, we can run Flage. That's just preposterous. No, the Flage isn't. That's not it. Is it? Wait, can we Flage unironically? No, we can't. Okay, no. Hostage Taker's actually kind of cool. You can target your opponent's commander with it. Sort of answers it at 4 mana, and it also answers everything else. Oh, right, House Meld. Never mind, everything's fine. Found it. Forgot. Yeah, Ichor Wellspring's interesting. You could probably play a card, like some random, like take out, I don't know, some random card draw that's, oh, hey, look, well, we're about to learn. This person's probably going to take us to school. Let's find out. Everyone put on their thinking glasses. I think this has to get Mardu Triome, so no turn 1 Esper Sentinel, but that's okay. I highly doubt turn 1 Esper Sentinel matters. Alright, let's see what happens. Everyone pay attention. So then I can just disagree with the cards they're running anyways. And be hyperbolic. Yeah, we could have ran Mirror of Life Trapping for the Mirror. Rip. They got rid of Mystic Forge. That's a nice one. Could definitely play that one. Yeah, we just send this Trophy Mage. Transit Mage. Find... this is really good. This is really good. All of this is fine. I think the One Ring helps me win more than my opponent. Yeah, we're going to take the One Ring. We do have Paradox Engine. These, you know, doesn't take much. Doesn't take much. Can't go wrong with the One Ring. Unless you can. Soul Guide Lantern? Okay. Uh-huh. Sure. Do we have Wash Away? I survive a Wash Away. So, you know what? We should probably... No. We're playing this. Could have played Key, though. I mean, Key was solid here. Definitely solid. Unwinding Clock? I mean, we have some artifact lands. I don't know. Start to enter the Liberator territory with, like, Flash, and I don't want to go there. Energy Refractor? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we were here first, so that gives us an advantage that I will most assuredly take. Actually, we should swing first. Yeah, we're gonna swing first. There's a chance they trade. Not very likely. I think it's wise to kill my opponent's commander. They will kill mine, so I should probably just kill theirs, which is kind of a really lame use of my turn, I feel, but it could seriously matter to do that, so. Alright, opponent somewhat agrees, maybe, because the block makes me think they do. And... yep. And then we play... that's not discounted. Okay. Yeah, Panharmonicon is maybe interesting. Yeah, they thought it was Solar Transformer. This is good with Channel, if you play Channel in Timeless. I think? Maybe that was just for that one event. Maybe, I'm not sure. Hey, alright, there's a card I didn't have anymore. I don't have anymore. I know English. I promise. What is it letting me sacrifice? Oh, it can sack itself? Okay. Maybe not do that. Maybe let's not do that. The Joyra is annoying. Could play my own Joyra and yet again have a struggling follow-up. Cost reducers? Well, most games I can't say would have really done anything at all. But maybe something to think about, I guess. Alright, Counterspell would be huge. No dice. Lightning Bolt is actually just really good, though. For the sake of safety, I'm gonna ditch the artifact land. And we're gonna send this right now, so I can swing. Alright. I can't really envision them having sweepers, but I've seen crazier stuff. Sure. Five? We can play... no, we can't. I'd need a way to untap my stuff. Close to being able to do both. Tap 5. Yes, it's close. Alright, so my opponent's in on a big mana thing. Can respect it. Let's get you. Alright, they have a bunch of mana. They do not swing. I will play you. I can now do both. Let's go to combat first. See how they trade with the mage. Okay. Really? Alright, that means maybe a board wipe, which would honestly be a little surprising. Maybe not the most surprising, though. Just you. Alright, so it is technically possible for me to find things with stuff. I did not. But it was possible with those two cards. This makes me think there's some kind of sweeper, but like that block, I mean. Like the buildup of mana into a double chump screams a sweeper. Farewell would be kind of lights out, but I can't imagine Breya is a Farewell kind of deck. But I also don't think it's a energy refractor kind of deck. Sculpting Steel, sure. Uh-oh. Alright, well I gave my opponent Paradox Engine. Because of course I did. Alright, well now I guess we just lose. Cool, look at that. Look at that. Thought I could do it. Silly me. All I did was give it to my opponent. That's my bad. Well, we were winning. We were winning rather decisively, and now we are instantly losing. Alright. There is no conceivable way in which I see another turn. I don't think. But, I don't know. Anything's possible. I'm just gonna concede. Alright, whatever. I was winning the entire game, and nothing my opponent had was of consequence, and then I just gave them the win randomly. Because of course I did. That's my bad. I'll learn next time to not play my cards. That's ridiculous. They're not going to die to the One Ring. They can just sacrifice it to Breya. It's not going to deal damage even the first time. I would rather just play a Mana Rock than a discounter. I don't need a discounter. I'm not really discounting kind of like anything at all in my deck, so... Opponent has to think about their forest? Well, that's news to me. Well, this doesn't solve any problems, but I guess I'll cast it. Probably just dead next turn and nothing matters. Maybe I steal... Technically, there's a card I could steal that matters. It is possible. It's on the table of a thing that could happen. Target you control, trample, hex... Alright, it did not happen. Let's do this, and... do this? Sure. Technically, maybe no, not reliably, but I could have, like, transit maged the One Ring. I don't really know what that's doing. I don't know what that's doing at all, honestly. Okay, that's a good card, but it's now too late. Cool. That was fun. Did you have fun? I had fun. I'm glad we're playing 5-drops. on the right side, Tifa games only take 2 seconds, so it's not like a 12-minute loss or anything. Unless your opponent's like LARPing and they want to act smart. Pretend like they're smart and just play the game out. Do I play my forest? Or do I not play my forest? A conundrum, truly. Both of these cards that would have been really good. Probably game-winning if I had them. Last game, tragic. Well, we put the interaction in to have it. Just haven't had it when we needed it. Let's play this fetch land and get random generic triome of indeterminate value. This one. We can chain to the rocks. We can do it. We can do it. Winding Constructor. What? Alright. And I think we're trying to get the One Ring again? Here? Yeah. Definitely. So, chain to the rocks, that thing. Play you tapped, swing. This blows up my chain to the rocks. I'm surprised I didn't just cast their commander. That's actually kind of odd. Fair enough. I feel like I would, though. Yeah, damage is valuable. It's definitely valuable. Alright, if they value that so much, then... no, we'll just cast our commander. We'll just cast our commander. I think Wash Away still must be left up here. Okay, never mind. Stone Coil Spagoo, sure. Okay, I should have countered. I should have dealt with that sooner, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. It should not be a 10-10. They're just straight up not casting their commander. Huh. I guess there's no reason to. Yeah, there's no reason to, right? Why even bother? Yeah, I should have swords first. Let's play this, play that. Not sure what I'm even doing now. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm even doing here. Blue. You. I'm technically not dead, but might as well be dead, honestly. Okay, that doesn't let you put counters on the One Ring anymore. Why did you... Wait a minute, couldn't they swung with, like, super lethal here? Oh, can I push this? Oh. Almost didn't see that. Wow. Fatal push a 10-10. What? Why did you concede? I'm so like, I can kill this with Breya. The One Ring is gonna deal damage. I'm so confused. Why did they never cast her? Did I? Okay. So the misplay was definitely the swords. I should have swords before this became a 10-10. Fortunately, I guess it didn't matter because I found the out, but... Huh. Okay, I didn't find the out. Someone in chat found the Tanda found the out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not gonna fatal push that. I did not find the out. Alright, well, Tanda, you won the game. There you go. You found a line that made my opponent concede. I was not going to Fatal Push there. There was two things that were stopping me from thinking I could. One was it was a 10-10, and two, I thought it was protection from like something monocolored or something like that, but it's multicolored? Yeah. There's a couple things in my head that would have never let me entertain the idea that I could Fatal Push it. Yeah, who needs skill when chat just plays for you? Who needs it? What is that? Is that the fact or fiction thing? I think it is. Okay, this is scary, but the rest of the hand kind of is not scary at all, so. Alright, it's a blue-black deck, but it's a Garuda deck, so evens only. That's odd. Evens only, how odd. Play on words, play on words. Ant 275 with the resub. Look at that, 3 months. I'd say welcome back, but you never left. Ow. Yeah, my right thumb just cracks to no will of my own. I think we're gonna turn one strike it rich. I think that's okay. Even though the rest of my hand is like, I don't know. I'm not playing this next turn. I'm not using the treasure token. Yeah, I'm not playing that next turn. I expect probably a mana rock here. Feels like that's the most oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, I will actually play this with the treasure token. I will play that. That's a pretty easy one. I do not have a mountain. I can get a mountain, though. This is flash? Nope. Probably just more mana, though, right? Okay. It's not really what I expected in the slightest. So I do kind of lose the game to my commander getting countered, so now we'll just cast the Gadgeteer. It also lets me play a tap land. This is something I don't necessarily lose to getting countered. Okay, they're just skipping right over their commander for Garuda. I don't think Waste Not works with what I've seen so far, so I still don't understand fully what's going on. We can just give them mana. It's fine with me. Yeah, it's not super likely they end up using it. There are some good cards to hit off of key. Again, I don't think my commander in play is a solution to anything, so I'm just simply not going to cast it. Again, I can discard a land here pretty easily. I can't imagine they have Stifle. Demonic Tutor, get rid of Verge. Go to combat. If they have some sort of haste combo that one-shots me, congratulations, but I'm not going to not swing. Okay, they held 25 years of priority. Why did they do it? Let's see. Apparently for absolutely no reason. You got it. Let's kill that immediately, because I deem it to be quite threatening. I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm not gonna activate that because waste not. I don't have a land to discard. Okay, opponent is reading Breya. I think that's a good sign. Is it a good sign? I don't know. Okay, so we get some stuff. Kozilek is wild, by all means. Oh, they didn't take it? Tragic. That is nuts. This is another card to flicker over and over, like Garuda and this. We've dealt with one of them. Get that one. Could be flicker stuff going on over there. Alright, let's cast this. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to chain to the rocks. I can leave up double Breya activation. Just things that deal with Atris? Call it the Oracle. That's what we'll call it. Alright, so they didn't flicker it. But oh my goodness, have they been holding priority. They have not done anything with it though yet. No counter spells, no removal. Sure. Everyone's just playing the play pattern card lately. Call it Atris. Well, I can't deal damage to you, so you have free reign to do whatever you want, kinda. Okay, I choose not to. That works out for us. You just crack some food tokens, I guess. Okay. Forensic Gadgeteer coming in hot. Doing stuff. With things. Because of Waste Not, I'm still not going to draw discard or anything. Alright. Haven't actually played that one yet. That's interesting. Suppose we lead with this. It might just counter anything, I guess, so I'll just lead with this card instead of 1,000 Year Spadoodoo. Okay, worked out. Worked out quite nicely, actually. Alright. Let's do that. Let's do this. Yeah, it's decent when it works. When the game looks like this. I think I will cast this? No. I think I should leave up... Yeah, alright. The shock was incorrect. I should have just not shocked myself. That was a mistake. Who knows? Maybe I'd double activate, but certainly not confident that that was right. I'm kind of just banking on them flickering their commander. They have a bunch of even stuff for Garuda. They went straight for it. This is in their deck. So they can just start casting them. Yeah, you should always play your lands first, but I mean, sometimes you forget. Sometimes it matters what land you play depending on if your spell resolves. There's reasons. But most of the time you just play the land first. Cemetery Desecrator. Okay. Remove. Okay. Uh-huh. This kills my commander? No, it kills the 10-10. Right? Yep. This goes for the 10-10, right? Don't target Kappa Cannoneer, that doesn't work. Okay, so it does. Let's kill my opponent's actually, that's probably wrong. They haven't shown me anything to do with it. Let's just lightning bolt them. So poke you, sack this and one of these. Fine with me. I might as well. They do have the One Ring in play. 3 damage is 3 damage. Cemetery Desecrator is wild. You. Play you. Probably safe to just cast it now. Maybe. I guess. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Surely we don't lose the game because we cast a 2-mana 5/5? How much does it draw? I don't know, I didn't bother counting. I don't even know if I needed to make the treasure token first. And I'm gonna leave my mana up. Transit Mage can't find anything that I can then cast, so... Alright, slightly less damage because I got rid of my flying, so they could have been at 5. They could have been at 5 if I didn't do what I did. I can sacrifice 2... Wait a minute, are they dead? If they do something here, I think they're dead, right? To the One Ring, double lightning bolt? Do I go for it? Not much ruins me if I do. We'll see. I guess if they don't make a move, then they just get to untap. Because I didn't see it in time. Okay. Wait, what does that do? So there are the flicker things. Let's put a stop here. I'm just gonna min-max it, but they should just be dead to double sacrifice. Because the discount here, I can do it twice, right? One that played quite a few strange cards. But I suppose you can do whatever you want, as long as it's even with Garuda. It doesn't matter what the creature is. I don't... Okay, they killed the thing that doesn't do that much anymore? Oh, well, I mean, it can. It can. Alright, let's sack you and you. And then we do it again. Sack you and you. I could have... Oh, I could have done it 3 times? Oh, I could have done it 3 times. Okay. Could have done it 3 times. Didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. I sacked the treasure token too late. Oh wait, but I have to sack the treasure token for mana. I have to sack the treasure token for mana. Oh wow, they found a way to live. But I don't think it's going to work long term. because Kappa will still kill them. I can also recast my commander, and that will just kill them. So, yeah, I don't think there's much they can do here. But hey, they technically found a line that kept them alive. There can't be a 3-mana card here, and they can't recast the One Ring. Well, they can, but it wouldn't save them. Yeah, it's only evens, because Garuda was a partner, so there's no, like, random something. They also just got rid of all of their blockers. I'm not sure what that's about. It's interesting. Okay, now there are no cards they could possibly have. Grief doesn't do it, Subtlety doesn't do it. Alright, not sure what the idea of attacking there was. They shouldn't have attacked, right? I mean, they just lost their blockers. There's no reason. Like, if you hold these back, this becomes unblockable, right? Yeah, so all I need to do is cast... Wait, cast an artifact? Okay, anything. So if I played this, they would be dead. Now, they know I could cast this, but they could have probably just left up a counterspell? They obviously didn't have one, but you should probably just force it. I mean, they're so dead, though, right? Like, I have... Yeah, they're at 1. There's not really much coming out of here. So, yeah, we didn't really find out what Waste Not was doing. Never found out what that was doing. It was a good idea to kill Garuda, I think, looking for the swords, because it's definitely that kind of deck. They went for it instead of their own commander for a reason. And, yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, there's almost nothing that would punish that not actually killing my opponent when I did kind of thing. If they stifled or tails ended, they'd have a ton more mana to play with, I guess, and that could have maybe been dangerous. March is the 1-mana card, right? Yeah, can't do that one. Zero colorless lands? Who cares? Garuda. Who cares? Who cares? Just play Garuda. Doesn't matter. Put Progenitus in your deck. Doesn't matter. Oh wait, can't. Yeah, you can. You can do that. That does work. My opponent really didn't go to exile their Kozilek with those cemetery things, and they got like 4 of those triggers. So it's maybe some kind of reanimate thing was going on? Who knows? Ooh, Keranos used to be one of my favorite commanders. Huge fan of it. It's heavily outshadowed by a lot of other things now, but it's still a cool card. I'm still a huge fan of it. Not gonna lie. Well, that's a little too late. Guess I'll cast it anyways. Oh, or we just lose to Mana Drain. That also works. It's also an enjoyable experience. Yeah, you can play Keranos if you always have Mana Drain. I will say that. Oh, they don't have it. We're saved, sort of. Maybe. I don't know. The game continues. I'll say that. Sure. Okay. So, human. When did I play Keranos? I don't even want to look. I'm old. Scared to see. The value is there. It's definitely there. Okay, opponent figured out they want it to do nothing. Interesting. Okay. Remand? Can't be reprieve, so... No, no remand here. I don't know. Neither does my opponent. Alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna push more damage. I'm gonna play the Emery. Emery hits Scrap Trawler, interesting. I'm not playing around anything. I have almost the lethal lightning bolts I need to win. Sure. I don't think they can actually even cast Chandra. Or if they do, they probably have to generate mana. Otherwise they're almost just completely dead. Sure. Opponent, that's not the Weeb Brainstorm. What are you doing? Of course they have it. Why not? Let's do this. Here. Let's get random Triumph, because I don't need anything specific. Alright, well, that's step one of things to do for the opponent. They kept that card on top. Interesting. Oh, this is very, very good. Yeah, it's uncounterable here too, so... That is quite good here. They kept Chandra. That's what they chose to do. Okay, that's a really scary card. Hopefully we can still beat it. Moderately likely, we'll see. Quite significant though. Okay, well, we're literally drawing nothing but lands. It's definitely not helping. Okay. Washaway could have value later. They probably wanted to hold on to that. I probably would have. Oh no, they're just dead. Now they need Stifle? Now they need Stifle. Alright, never mind. I guess the Washaway wasn't doing anything. Wait, do I have a land? Shoot. Okay, I do. We're good. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna not go for it. Yep. That's funny. Caramels lightning bolted me, but I just lightning bolted it. Alright, looks like Cavernous Souls was extremely useful on top of the them not having mana drain that one turn, which would have been problematic as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, okay, to be fair, Keranos in this game, without Cavern, would have been pretty good, though Kappa Cannoneer is definitely very scary. But they are drawing a bajillion cards a turn, and they're untapping all their stuff. It's just, when you're playing blue-red control, and you don't have super efficient counterspells, like with Cavern... Actually, even if you do, there's a lot of things you have to make sure you're answering, and you have to answer them consistently, right? Like, they needed the spot removal for Ragavan, probably. They needed the sweeper. They needed the card advantage. They also, because of the Cavern in this specific example, this game, they needed counterspells too. Like, you need a bunch of things to go right. Also, the lightning bolts here aren't killing really anything of mine, and they're just going face, which is not really where you want to send this. They were close to getting enough devotion to hit me for a lot of damage, but yeah, blue-red control just needs a lot to have happen in their favor, and that it can be quite difficult. But it's fun when it works. I'll say that. I do like it. Vivi's sort of doing that, but not as deep as Keranos. Keranos doesn't even... Keranos is like super deep in it. Like, Ral, the otter, the furry Ral is like a combo deck, and the other thing is like a... Vivi's sort of like a combo, Niv Mizzet sort of like combo. Keranos is like, nope, we're just doing the control thing. It's quite an uphill battle without white or black in your deck. Green would help too, like Nashi. Ward 4 is bonkers? I guess. Sure, I mean, it could just be hexproof or something. Like, Ward 4 is definitely extremely useful, though. Won't lie to you. Well, we made some changes and they have helped. Anything that's not working out... We could put 1 or 2 more mana rocks in here, maybe? Baleful Strix is a little underwhelming. It has been sort of useful, but also sort of not. Hangerback Assembler, the speed thing is awful. It's just so atrocious. But I guess I like the thing it makes. I love Nashi. No, everything seems fine. Scrap Trawler's also one of those, like, it works. It really does work. It's just so slow. It's so slow. If you want a creature, just cast Reanimate. You can return the things you sacrificed with Oswald and your Birthing Pod. It's kind of funny. Repurposing Bay is kind of like a play on words to Birthing Pod. It's kind of neat. I like that. Replace it for the Strix? Like the Strix counterspell? Or what do you mean? Man, my stomach is growling. Jeez. Replace Strix for Strix? Oh, you said Deadly Dispute. I didn't read. I seldom read what people say. Excuse me. I didn't see that part. Yeah, maybe. So, a fair amount of our games have led up to... It's also blue and black, which can be actually Uggle. Uggle. Yes, it can be Uggle. Good lord. Ugly. I've never said Uggle in my life. That's impressive. Affinity for Danger Noodles. Like, this is okay. I've actually been able to have enough stuff in play to draw with those cards. Improvise one is a bit easier to cast, actually. Like, this is genuinely castable, whereas I initially didn't think it was. Same with Thought Monitor. We've been getting away with it, which is surprising. The triple blue here is really problematic. That's extremely difficult here. Maybe if I'm accommodating it, it's not as bad. We do have Urza. We have Rainbow Rocks, too. So. Well, with the One Ring, it kind of just wins, which is an ideal scenario for it. But outside of that, repurposing Bay and Oswald are egregious with this, right? You untap it, do it again, untap it, do it again. Paradox Engine doesn't need a combo to win or be disgusting. That is to say, I still want Mystic Forge. Forgot about that. Totally forgot about that. Wait, do I actually want that? Hold on. Okay, yeah. Mystic Forge is actually another card for Paradox Engine. You don't really need a critical mass of mana rocks to like break this. Dollmaker's Shop has been really lackluster. I don't know if a 1-1 a turn matters, and the damage we're pushing, I don't think we're ever flipping this on 6. I mean, it's possible. But when we're sacking our own artifact creatures, we have like less things to swing with, even though it sort of makes them. It's not a good early play. Like, you don't want to play it on turn 2. That's a bit clunky. We have not needed it to win any game we've won. In the games we've won, I wouldn't say this would have changed it to make us win more. In the games we've lost, it would not have turned them around. So, and take it out. There's only 12 cards? What? What are you talking about? Am I misreading this? This is an artifact deck. $33 plus oh, you misread it? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're probably used to it only being robbed by Eldrazi players, but no, it's an artifact card. But you only see it outside of this format. It's like Eldrazi, and that's it. In like Ujin decks and whatnot. It's artifacts. Oh hey, we have the cool one. Or whatever that is. We have that. Yeah, it's like 27 or something. It's not 33. Let's see here. These mages could just be tutors. Though they've been fine. I mean, they are tutors. They just are tutors. So, these tutors could be tutors. Like, yeah, and they are. Okay, I really don't think Scrap Trawler's right. It works. It's just slow and grindy. And we could just keep doing other things. We don't have to recur the same thing multiple times. And I'm also not recurring the greatest of things. I did actually take out Baleful Strix. Like, that's one of the more interesting things with Scrap Trawler. And I don't have like a combo with Ashnod's Altar sacking, looping it for infinite colorless. Okay, what's an unorthodox card that has nothing to do with anything? What's like what's just like a good? What's a card that it doesn't have anything to do with anything? Vat of Rebirth? What's rustling our jimmies in chat? What's going on here? This thing? Whenever a creature... Whenever another artifact or creature is put in the graveyard, put in oil. And then for a bunch of oil... Okay, it's definitely very slow. It's very slow. Remove... Actually, it doesn't work with just the commander. Like, I would also need... Oh, jeez. And what's the payoff? Reanimate something? Okay. I mean, if you're going to run this, you probably have Reanimate in your deck first. So I don't really know what this is doing. Because I'm not running Reanimate. Why not just play Reanimate? It's also your opponent's graveyard with Reanimate. This is not. You can do this more than once. No, I think you should play Reanimate before you get to that card. I think we would play Reanimate first. We don't have to worry about 4 oil counters. That's kind of insane. Ooh, Solitude. Oh, yeah. Solitude and Grief. Ooh, okay, maybe not. Yeah, we might not have that going on here. Someone brought up support Skyforge earlier. I don't own it, and I don't think I'm willing to craft it for this deck. It's okay, I guess, but it costs 5, so it's not like... It's not blowing my mind. If it, like, tapped for mana, I'd be a fan. Thoughtseize is nice. Can we persist? No, Reanimate's better. Just do that one first. Valky's funny. Nicol would probably come in here if I was willing to figure out how to cast it. Davriel's discount is excellent with, like, Paradox Engine One Ring nonsense. We could run Grave Pact. No, Grave Pact's triple black. That's nuts. Ooh, Phyrexian Scriptures is a one-sided board wipe. Right? 1/1 counter. Destroy all non-artifact creatures. I've never, like, had this save more than one of my creatures before. That's actually kind of interesting. I can put this, like, if Sai is my only non-artifact, that kind of... I'll see. I actually do like that. If we want, like, slow, grindy games, though, I really don't think, like, randomly reanimating something is the way to go there. I would probably run the Suitcase if I wanted this, or Oni Cult Anvil, so there's no oil. The oil counter requirement to get to the grindy portion is just insanely slow. You can't even sacrifice it itself, because then it's gone. So it's like other artifacts. It's obscenely slow. I also have to do it. I have to sacrifice 4 artifacts. It's not just 2. Very, very slow and extremely mana intensive. There's like 4 mana to sack the things, and then another 3 to reanimate something. That's just really, really slow. You should just run reanimate. You can skip all of this and just play reanimate. You could just skip all of that requirement. Oh, Ketramos. Wait, no, Ketramos is exile. Hold on. I forgot. Never mind. I've had luck with Ashiok doing stuff. I did say Drown in the Lock is a card. I could have replaced Baleful Strix with this, and blue-black for blue-black. This card has text in basically all contexts. Yeah, I actually do like that. Maybe I can take out Touch. Touch of the Spirit Realm hasn't done anything. Same with Ephemerate. Hasn't really done anything. Do we even want those still? Flickering my commander's kind of meh. It's kind of meh. Yeah, it's kind of meh. Let's do this. Yeah, it's just really hard to play slow, grindy 3-drops. Really hard to do that. I mean, it's a 1-drop, but you have to continuously cast it. It's a recurring mana investment that is extremely steep. It's like every 7 mana you get something that's like wild. Unless something dies outside of it. If your opponent sweeps the board or something. Then you didn't have to sack your stuff. Yeah, still not a Mox deck. Alright, no, we're going. We're good. I'm surprised at how not mana color screwed we've been getting without green. We have a functional mana base, and I haven't really tinkered with it. Very good sign, I suppose. A sign I wasn't fully expecting. Alright, Dariel is very scary. No idea which one's first. Probably doesn't really matter. Dariel is very interested in long, grindy games. I'll tell you that much. Okay, that's useless, and you can have a random card out of my deck. Go for it. Let's get Cold Steel Heart in play, I think. Is that what we do? No, we play this. I think this is a card that's really annoying, so I'm going to cast it. It's probably like a turn my opponent has to just straight up kill it. Alright, we'll do it. I would have preferred to see a different thing kill it, but it is what it is. Let's do blue. Correct. Alright, this is a Davriel with no mana rock. You don't normally see that. Like, ever. Sure. Springleaf Drum. Not the greatest here. Do I cast it? Probably. I don't know why I would forego investing my mana now. Our board presence is just universally terrible. This is a card that would just make VAT completely useless. That's another thing. I get Graveyard Hate would just nullify your VAT. Anyways. And yeah, Reanimate can target your opponent's graveyard, which is insane. Oh look, it died. No way. Well, this is bad. I don't like my situation. So, Brainstorm or Kapoo. I think I'm playing Kapoo. This probably demands a sweeper? I think. I don't have to crack my fetch land. Ow. Huh, they got the same deal twice. That's really funny. It's improvised. It's not tapping for mana. It's just improvised. Excuse me. Convoked. I convoked it. Alright. They got the best positive, but not the best negative. Still interested in losing life. The One Ring, though, that's a good card. Could have pushed for more damage, but I'm a potato. I forgot to play artifacts pre-combat. Yeah, we're gonna cast Imscure here. It's not for that much, but it is what it is. Okay, that's a really good card here. Alright, so we sort of missed one damage. Ragavan has haste, and that could be annoying. This is also kind of... No, we can just do better than both of those cards. I don't necessarily regret not shuffling first, but... We still have Brainstorm. Alright, well, that most assuredly removes my entire board. And I can't brainstorm into any answer. I don't know how they're not just grabbing Damnation. Pretty sure this is pretty straightforward. I don't know how it isn't. Okay, no Damnation. That is insane. Okay. That is insane. Let's get you short. Well, I could just lose to my opponent gaining too much life, which is currently the case. Let's play you pre-combat. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do here. This is all just terrible. It's just too much life here. They probably did get a board wipe, so I don't think really anything matters, and they just realized they don't actually have to cast it. They can just take damage and move on. Because they're just getting too much life. Yeah. There's probably something just worse than a... like, worse to see than a sweeper. Sure. I could have dealt 3 damage to them. No. Because I'll... No. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, well, Davriel's gained about 35 life. Or more than that, actually. Shoot. This has to be a war... No, this has to be a sweeper. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. They just realized they didn't have to cast it that very turn. I can't lose life on this anymore. Yeah, I mean, we're just losing. We're just losing so quickly. It's just, like, I don't know if anything I do matters. Just losing each turn. I'm just falling behind, and I'm not gaining any advantage. I'm just falling more and more behind. Get rid of these two, I guess. Nothing even matters. No, nothing matters. I can counter Davriel and then lose to some other card, I guess. What happens to the... You just get the creature forever from the Darkness Crystal? Okay. I probably should counter this. Because Wash Away's not doing much beyond this point. So... Okay, I didn't have to shock myself, but you know what? I did, and you can't stop me. I did not have to shock myself. Because I'm not sure if I'm actually activating the One Ring. Although... maybe I am. Yeah, alright. I guess we are. Oh, another totally dead card. Excellent. Another essentially totally dead card. Right? Basically. Alright, well, I mean, if everything goes in my favor perfectly for the rest of this game, and the final, like, 2 or 3 turns, my opponent can actually die. It's on the table of things that can happen. I've dealt over 60 damage. Okay, stop having all the perfect answers, please. Okay, they take my house meld, which is awful, awful for me. Okay. Oh wait, they didn't take the... They didn't take it, never mind. They did not take it. They didn't take it, okay. Sure. They didn't get any game-winning cards. Are we winning this game? No way. Well, we don't have it yet. We don't have it yet. No. Never mind. I got excited. Yeah, no. It's close, but it's not quite there. Alright, so -4, -4. That thing. Get rid of the 2 Thopters? I guess I get rid of the mana, because the 2 Thopters could genuinely matter. This does shrink those things. I am going to draw with the 1 ring here, for sure. Could have technically done that first. Well, I'm not going to sack the 1 ring yet. I have sack it next turn. You have to draw. I can't afford to do that. Okay. Draw again. Okay, let's sack now. Have to. Let's actually do this. Just to be mana efficient. Sack that. And the 1 ring. I could gain 5 life with my commander, but play you. I don't think I can play Teleportation Circle. No, I just can't. Okay. So play you. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem like a good idea, actually. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to swing with everything. Do these get haste? No, they do not get haste. Did these get haste? No, they don't. Okay. Screw it. All in. And going to 1 gives me the ability to go up to 6. So I should do this. This gives me the ability to go up to 6. Which could matter. It could matter. Okay, what does that do? You draw a card, lose a life, proliferate, treasure token, stuff. Draw a card, lose a life. Okay, most notably, I'm not the one losing a life. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Sure. Yep. You gain a bunch, sure. Yep. Okay. Sure. Yep. So, I don't have lethal. The life gain has just been ridiculous. I've done like 80 damage or something crazy. So I can cast this. Ragavan can be dashed. I can turn Breya into an 8/8, right? Is that how that works? Is that how that works, chat? Is that how that works? Dash Ragavan. Play that land. Okay, so if I minus this, what happens? Are they dead? Hold on, are they dead? This becomes that, right? You become a copy of this. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness, we did it. That's crazy. I'm at 1. That's crazy. It felt like such an uphill battle that whole game. Was it like 4 Davriels? They gained so... I mean, actually, I want to count how much damage it did over the total course of this game. Wow. That's crazy. Ooh. That's nuts. They saw half their deck. That is nuts. That is crazy. Wow. They cast a Breach. They did get a sweeper with the tutor. Cosmos Elixir. Removal. Removal, card draw, removal, removal. Discard spells, card draw, card draw. Palantir drew, what is this, 7 cards? 8 cards? 7? Oh my goodness. If they made an army of like... Oh, no, wait. It wasn't actually a quote-unquote army. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So reanimating my stuff really isn't that exciting for the opponent. Wow. Yeah, we could have maybe kept the One Ring around for another turn, probably, and just sacked artifacts to gain some life. But it's kind of hard because that's not free. I do have to find the artifacts to sacrifice. It's not free to do that. I do want to keep my stuff in play to actually kill my opponent. But it was a line. But, I mean, that doesn't change how irrelevant gaining 5 is. It's still not really that exciting at all. Okay, so this commander is actually very enjoyable, I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's because I wasn't just playing Mana Drain, and that didn't end half the games I played. But when you have games, and the matchups that this had let me do this, when you have these really long, grindy games, this is a really fun commander. And when games don't end on turn 3, you know, both of you are doing your thing, there's interaction. Felt like this commander had me feel like I was playing the format as it was like 2 years ago, which is really nice. It's quite enjoyable. There's still obviously those games where your opponent just steamrolls you with like Llanowar Elves Cultivate and nothing you do matters because they're too far ahead. But outside of those games, it was quite enjoyable. I liked the amount of interaction I had. The artifact matter stuff was actually useful. You have access to a lot of different things because this is 4 colors. The Dismember, or I keep calling it Dismember, the Grasp of Darkness. The -4/-4 is very useful And the 3 damage actually going over my opponent's board did come up once or twice. I don't think I ever lightning bolted a planeswalker. There were some that I maybe could have had the option to and didn't. There was definitely that Ujin game where we had quite a handful of mistakes, but I don't know, was stun locked from not being able to play anything that had colors on it, because that's how Ujin operates. But yeah, I think I navigated it wrong at least once or twice with that. But yeah, the mana rocks and stuff were nice. We didn't have like this all-in ridiculous Paradox Engine thing we could do, but anytime this is in play, your opponent sort of has to deal with it. It doesn't really matter what you're doing with it. It doesn't take much for this card to be disgusting. But if you really want to go heavier into some kind of combo situation with it, it's certainly possible. And it wouldn't take that much to get that going. I did one of the largest changes, actually I think maybe the only major change. I think I went into the deck builder once, really, for real at least, and had taken out some pricey jank for more interactions, so I could, have games where I'm not just losing to Llanowar Elves or like other things. I don't really know. You think about it. You think it probably exists. Like Drown in the Loch didn't start in here. Baleful Strix was nice, but I thought maybe that this is just actually better. The long, slow, grindy cards are great in those matchups. Dead in matchups that aren't those matchups. And even in long and grindy matchups, you don't have to have a bunch of those cards, right? Like Emry, you don't need 12 Emry effects in your grindy 3-drop spot. You don't need, like, I don't know, 4 of these flipped to suddenly be a problem. The first one's kind of spooky, and then it flips, and it's just continuously spooky. So I'm not really sure about the flickering effects. I don't think a single game, a single time, I cast Ephemerate, so I ended up taking it out. Same with this card, just never did it. Same with this one, once I put it in, it never showed up and was in play and did anything. There's not a lot to truly flicker here, but like the mages are nice. Urza is nice. Obviously your commander making tokens is okay. It's not great. Thought Monitor, this. Technically Emry can mill again. I guess you could do that too. Like there's some things, but there's like not a lot to essentially flicker. Like I don't even know if I like Mendicant Core. The speed mechanic is really not great for this kind of deck. You can lightning bolt them if you just can't swing for whatever reason. Can't fly with a 1/1. You're going to do it. It's just clunky. The payoff here is kind of low. It is scary, like up front, like I don't know, maybe a 10-3 or something like that, or a 7-3. It's like, oh, it's a lot of damage maybe, but it's not the scariest. I will say the lands worked out. I was doing Shocklands, Triomes, and the new check lands, not the old ones. The old ones like Hinterland Harbor and stuff, I wasn't running those. I was running the Verge lands. Oh, and the Pain lands. These things deal 1 damage to you. And I felt pretty comfortable with my mana base. That is to say, the tap lands with the bridges definitely were the weak point. And I'm not 100% sold that you need that many more artifacts, that like this is worth it. But if you like having a high artifact count with this, you can sacrifice your bridge. It is an artifact, right? Your Kappa Cannoneer sees it. Your Improvise does not see it because they tap either way. It doesn't matter. Your Affinity cards see it, so like Monitor, Thoughtcast. The Constructs see it with like Urza and stuff. Like there's things that care about your artifact lands. But for the most part, not the most amazing things. You do set yourself up for like a braid, because they are... Oh no, these are the only 2 that get abraded. They're not indestructible. I think we did actually play one of these on turn 1 and get abraded. I think that happened. I'm not sure. I wasn't 100% paying attention to the game. I was just talking to chat. But I think we did get one of these abraded, which is funny. I don't know if I won or lost that game. I can't remember. But yeah, so the tap lands, the only weak part of this mana base. The other thing about this meta base is the value lands that are colorless to me are completely unplayable. Like, I didn't even entertain the idea of playing any value land here. That's, I gotta use the colorless ones. Like, oh, we do get the city's blessing, so this could matter. Or what else? Probably not Blast Zone. Definitely not these. Like, this isn't a thing. Karn's Bastion is kind of weird. No, that's not really a thing. Inventor's Fair feels free because it has relevant text and you care about all of this. If you are super heavy into your, like, Paradox engine and stuff, sure. If you think I'm a total fool for just not playing it to begin with, sure. But this is colorless. The mana cost of this is insane. You are not playing this if you've played this in your first, 3 lands. And that, to me, is vastly more significant than whatever this can do 10 years later. So, same with this is like another one, the Vault. I mean, you have to find something to discard. You have to have this as a mana sink that you're willing to do. Like, now this to me is not even a real card. I would not play this or the Darksteel Citadel. Because, again, not just because they're colorless, but it's not like the thing they're doing is even that crazy, right? Like, let's say you convince me that you shouldn't play them because, or let's say you're trying to tell me I should play it, and I'm like, well, no. You can't really come at me with the angle that, oh, it's an artifact, because it's not worth it. You could just play another card that's an artifact that's similar, like actually Mox, maybe even. I wasn't running the Mox, though. There's just a lot of problems with these. I don't have to speak up a whole hypothetical over it. What else? Urborg probably could have been in here, and honestly, maybe should have been in here. There were some times where that could have mattered. I don't know. Black specifically wasn't the issue, right? Getting quote-unquote color screwed. Black would not have really been the issue that... Like, I would probably prefer to play, like whatever the island one would be. We have the green and the black one. I don't think there's a blue one yet. Yavimaya is the green one, I think. But, yeah, that's not... We would play the blue one, I'll say that. Yeah, so colorless lands will just get you into trouble, and sort of just like how man lands, I think, are just basically unplayable because they're not worth entering tapped. The colorless lands are not really worth the value that they bring. Like Buried Ruin. Oh, that was it. Buried Ruin. You can reanimate an artifact. If it's an important artifact, it's like, oh, I really wish I could get it. There's got to be a better way to deal with that instead than play this colorless land that sometimes has value. Also, sacrificing your land for the thing it can do is not free, right? You are a very, very mana-hungry deck. Your commander really, if you want it to have abilities, you really got to have mana to use this and also do, like, anything else. So, sacking your lands is, like, not only your whole turn of investment, you're just losing a land to do that. And that's not free in a deck like this. So yeah, the utility lands are not really that great to me. But there's certainly over 200 cards, I would say, that this could probably play. Unironically. I even had a Johnny in here, because, I don't really need many red permanents. This is a red permanent. A Johnny with any amount of board presence, which this generates, is kind of a big deal, dealing a lot of damage. So I think a Johnny probably could just go right back in here without me feeling like I've just pivoted into an aggro deck instead of whatever this was, a grindy value deck. You can really mix or match whatever. This is one of the commanders that you could play 3 times with 3 vastly different situations. Although maybe a bit more overlap than, say, like Celeste, because Celeste has A whole bunch of different ways you could play this card, right? Like I keep talking about this one. In fact, I didn't even end up playing the third one. It was like we played the 5-minute reanimate. This is the combo one, I think. Yeah, this is the combo one with the persist nonsense, and then there's like the grindy mid-range reanimate stuff that you could do with it or whatever. But this is in the same boat with, some would argue, probably a wider range of options. It is a little bit restricted to artifacts, but, well, guess what? There's a ton of artifacts in Magic Arena, so you probably do have maybe less quote-unquote flex slots than like Celeste does, maybe. But, you know, if you like artifacts, this is definitely a go-to commander. I've been wanting to play this for quite a while, and it's one of those ones I can definitely return to every like year, maybe even less time than that, given the amount of sets that come out every year. Like picture playing this with like some sort of Doc Ock Spider-Man cards, that all these artifact nonsense that might show up later, or rather soon. Even the vehicle stuff, right? We're getting a set in 2 seconds that really likes what this is about. I would imagine there's a lot of artifacts in that next set in 2 seconds, so could play this again. Who knows? But that's it. This was the 99 I settled on. Was a fan of it. Can recommend. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Alright, get out of here, chat. Get out of here. Get out of here. What the...